Well, if you're watching this video, that means that you managed to cross to the year 2025. First of all, congratulations. Now, here with me on this particular board, I'm going to share with you 3 people that you're supposed to block them. And by the way, I have to give you a disclaimer and a warning. This video gonna hurt some of you guys, and some of the people that you end up blocking, or what do I say, dissociating yourself with them, are some of the closest people. And you might be shocked. Some of them are even family members. I am telling you. I'm not saying that you should create them enmity between you and them. No, no, no. What I'm saying is, if you spend a lot of time together, this is time to dissociate. Have you ever wondered why you never achieved your 2024 financial goals? Why? Some of the reasons that I'm about to share with you. Hey, listen, these are 3 people that you're supposed to block them, dissociate, disengage. Are we together? So that you can be able to achieve that target that you have. All right? That's the title. 3 people, all right? 3 people. And the person number 1, who are these? First, you're supposed to avoid people who are called paranoid people. Paranoid people. Who are these paranoia people? Paranoid people is people who are, these are individuals who are paranoia. Meaning, have you ever tried to share some idea with, okay, let's use a very simple example. You think about maybe, let's say, getting married, or marrying, and then you share that information to that friend that you love very much, yeah, who had a very bad experience in marriage, and then you tell them, hey, I would like to get married this year, that's my target, because it's I mean, there are people who have that targets anyway. Or maybe getting kids, they're like, oh my goodness, oh, thank God you have asked me. That is the worst thing that you can ever do. Don't dare get yourself into that thing. It is not working. It is gone. It is not working. Then you're like, oh my goodness. You want to start that business? What business did you say you want to start? Oh, second-hand clothing. Oh my, don't dare. Just don't start that business. Or you're embarking on saving. Or how much are you saving in a week? Oh, it can't work. By the time you hit March of this year, things are gone. You can't even be able to maintain it. You can't even work with it. It's not possible. I tried. I never even reached February. Or you tell them, hey, guess what? I want to hit a gym because I just want to have a flat tire. Oh my goodness, you can't do it. I mean, you can't. You go to a gym today, tomorrow, the other day, you can't even wake up. You can't even laugh. You have accumulation of lactic. You see, have you ever met those kind of people? And then you're saying, I want to start a salary. No, the government can't even allow you. This not even, you can't succeed in Africa. It can't work. You know, have you ever met those kind of people? Those are the people that you should go to your phone right now, block them, because that mentality is the worst that you can ever have as your friends. Because listen, this is what we say. Hey, if within your circle you can count 6 idiots, no, you are wrong. There were 7. You didn't count yourself because you are among that. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that, hey, show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are? Absolutely. We are the product of the 5 average people that we hang around with. What they talk, what they say, and such kind of a thing. Are we together? See, avoid these people. And who people or which people are you supposed to associate with? So, by the way, for me, I even love associating with people who are even hyper. When I say hyper, it's like I tell them, hey, I would like to start a business. Which one? You go ahead. I mean, you can do it. I actually know somebody who actually started that business. They are wealthy. They are doing good. They have actually bought a car. They have actually bought a parcel of land. They are building rentals. They are doing this. You tell me, hey, I would like to start a cosmetic business. Beautiful. That thing is working. By the way, it's one of the industries whereby you find if you can get it right, you can be able to make wealth out of it. And they give you the hype, they give you the motivation, they tell you, and they even turn up to follow up. Hey, did you start the business? How is it going? But I would like to hear from you so that I can start mine. I would love to associate with people who are, I love to give this example, and I don't know whether you people usually listen. Personally, I don't have friends. I don't have friends. I have strategic people. I don't have friends. Associate with people who are on the same mission as you. And I'll have to give this example. Hyenas and lions, they are all carnivores, but they don't hunt together. Why? Because they are not on the same mission. Lions don't eat carcasses. They are not scavengers. Lions, they love eating fresh meat. Are we together what I'm saying? What you're supposed to do is associate yourself with people who are on the same mission as you. And the moment you do that, that is time now you start winning. Poverty is in between the ears before it goes in the pocket. Lack of something in our pocket is a clear dispensation of what goes on in between your ears. Hey, you can be broke, but you are not poor. And you can be poor, that can actually lead you to being broke. Poverty is more of a mindset than it is from your pocket. Are we together? And this is what we say. See, from 0 to 30 years, nobody judges you. Or should I say from 0 to say 26th year, nobody judges you. People define you based on where you come from. If your dad didn't manage to do or accumulate wealth, we can't judge you. I mean, you come from a poor background. But the moment you clock above 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, we start judging you. For God's sake, it's true. We understand you come from a poor background. You can't choose where to be born from. I mean, you can justify yourself with that. But the moment you hit a certain age now, the moment you hit 30 years and above, they say it's you now. You see, how can I say? Where you come from is definitely your foundation, isn't true? Okay? But the moment you hit 30 years, you now become the foundation. People will start judging you based on you. You're above that years now. You are the foundation. People will be asking. You see, you can't tell your kid that I am poor because I was born from a poor background. No, they will say, okay, fine, you didn't have an option of being born in a poor background, but you could have tried something to do 1, 2, 3. And they realized there was somebody called Good Joseph who was telling you to buy shares, investing and doing business. And you were in your age and you never listened. I'm telling you, you'll have a very hard time explaining to your kids. Anyway, the person number 2 that you shouldn't or you should block, you shouldn't have as your friend as we speak right now is the non-risk takers. Non-risk takers. If there are people I don't love in my life, are these. I don't like these people, by the way, on a very serious note. Okay, when I say I don't like them, I don't like them with the perspective of the finances, okay? God says that we should love everyone. Sure, on the perspective of the finances, they're not the people I will love. It's okay. It's not the character in the people that I love, not risk takers. Listen, the world that we live in is a risky world. Jim Rohn, a very wonderful guy, may his soul rest in peace, he said that everything is risky. You thought not marrying is risky? Or you thought marrying is risky? If you thought about saving is anything and everything is risky. Anything, everything is risky in this world. Do you know what? Even your own life is risky. You want to know how risky this life is? You know you will never get out of this world alive. It's risky. See, if you associate with people who are less risky or non-risk takers, these are the people, they don't want to invest. You tell them, hey, let's get into the money market fund. Oh, what if the company collapses? Hey, what if I lose my money? No, I don't want to do that. Let's build some rentals. Hey, no. How about you actually buy a land that is not even legit? The next minute, the bulldozers are there bringing down your houses. Okay. Let's try farming. Oh, where? Farming where? Do you see the way climate change people are saying? The carbon is rising, the ozone layer. You just tell them anything, they are negative. They don't take risk, they don't do nothing, and they have dreams. That's the paranoid. That's the irony. They have dreams, they have visions, they have goals, but you're not taking risk. You can't win. See, wealth is intentional. You have to be doing something. There is no way you can tell somebody by 5 years from today, I want to accumulate a portfolio of stocks of, say, 1 million, and you're doing nothing. See, the moment you buy, even if it's a 1,000 Kenya, that's like $10. Even if you buy $10 worth of shares, and you tell me in 5 years' time you would like to accumulate a portfolio worth 1 million, I mean, you'll make a sense to me, because for God's sake, you're buying shares, you're doing something, you're already into that. If somebody who has never attended to work, a driving school, or even be taught by a friend about driving, and then you're saying, in 2 months' time, I would like to know how to drive. It can't happen. You have to be intentional doing that thing so that you achieve that particular goal. That's how real it is. You have to be intentional. You have to engage into that. You have to be showing up every day. That's why I'll have to give this simple example. I've ever met people with big muscles, and then you ask them, how did you get the muscles? And they tell you, it just happened. I just woke up and found myself with a lot of big muscles. No, it doesn't happen that way. See, it's supposed to be intentional. We should get up to that, my brothers and sisters. Let me introduce that person that you should block immediately after I tell you, see you in the next video. And that person is actually a negative energy person. This one, we can deduce a lot of personalities. I don't have to say unkind. I don't have to say jealousy. I don't have to say what. No, this summarizes everything. negative energy. Negative. Have you ever met negative? By the way, I don't know how real is it. I don't know whether it's me believing this. Have you ever tried to hang around with somebody and the next time? People in Swahili we say watu wa maswara tu. Somebody who is unlucky. You go somewhere to ask for a favor, or maybe you want to get for a tender. The moment you engage with that individual, it just fails. It doesn't work. The moment you do it yourself alone, it works. And this can be a big problem if you have that individual as a partner. Jesus, I do not even have a solution over that because I never advocate for separation. But I'm telling you, it can be the hardest. You associate with people with negative. You associate with people in life. You are not succeeding. You're stagnant. It is not working. I don't know whether I'm getting into the spiritual world or I'm getting into what, but there are people who have this negative energy. You find somebody, you start a partnership business with them, the business can't even move. The guy is a funny way. The guy is it's just negative in anything. You see, the moment you get somebody of different vibrations, I don't know where I'm getting now. See, I love to borrow anything from the biblical, so I'm not gonna go to the vibrations and those things. What I'm gonna borrow is, I'm gonna say is that you get somebody who you're operating on the same. The Bible tells me that be ye not unequally yoked. You're supposed to be equally yoked. Now, when you get somebody who are not equally yoked, it becomes very hard to associate with that person. It becomes very hard even to work with that person. Even them being just a friend, as little as that, it becomes very hard for you to associate with those people because of the energy that they exude. So associate with people who you, and by the way, this one you really need to take your time. Sometimes spend some time in silence in your room and try to figure out the kind of a person you have for a friend, who they behave, who they are, how they talk, what they relate to, who they talk to, how they be. Because this one you may not even realize that they have negative energy. You might actually realize that your problem has all along been your friends. You might actually realize that all your problem has actually been some of you and your family members. So this one you really need to have the highest IQ. You need to have the highest favor to understand whether you are dealing with people who have this negative. For me, I will tell you, I can talk to somebody within 10 minutes, I can already tell, well, I met you for the first time. This talk can't go beyond this. Probably even if you give me your number, I'll block you. Because I've already identified we are not operating on the same realm. What does it mean? You find somebody, for me, I love people who, two things, either we think the same, we behave the same, we have the same energy, or they are above me. I love dealing with those people. But if you have somebody who is totally, it's like, let's say somebody from 1920, today, they wake up. Somebody who died in 1920. So they have never seen internet. They don't know what is a computer. They know nothing. And then I make a video, probably you are seated there watching me, I make a video about working online and making some cash. And then this individual doesn't even know what is a computer, what is an internet. And then they ask you, teach me how to make money online. Oh my goodness. Do you know that can be the hardest task ever given? Because first of all, you need to educate this. You need to take them baby steps. Forget even about working online. First of all, teach them the basics. What is a computer? There is a CPU, there is what, there is this, there is that. You tell them there is the internet. No, until you offer that foundation, you bring them up to this particular point. It becomes very hard. So let's say you are winning somewhere, you find somebody, and that's why I don't know whether this will sound controversial. That's why I was not of the idea back when I was in high school. You find like there were these A students, then they could be grouped with D or E students in the name of pulling the E students. Actually, you are draining the A students because they are not on the same mission. It is good to associate with people who are either like you or above you. That is the only way you can actually do what. Well, I'm not saying that we should not help those people back in the society. That's why I said this may sound controversial. But what I'm saying is this. Have you ever gone to somebody to look for a help? Probably the kind of a help you are looking for is a partnership, where you wanted to be in a partnership with them in a business. They tell you, I can't get into a partnership with you, but I can help you start your own business. Because they have realized, no, our energies are not magic. Anyway, let's just leave that. That's, we can have a conversation about the whole day about this one. This is very deep. So these are the three people. Please, if you can, just avoid them and don't tell me I'm the one who told you that. Okay? So anyway, this is good, Joseph. Make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and take that number if you'd like to have my conversation or my services in one way or the other. See ya.